You're listening to In the Zone on Sports Radio 1340 WEPM.
And welcome back to In the Zone with Fred and Angela. We are joined now by Musselman head softball coach Shannon Demassi. Coach, it is that time of year. I know, of course, you're helped out with the boys, so you're kind of busy right now.
I am extremely busy. It is going to be one interesting day for me.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, because, of course, the boys have got a game coming up tonight at Jefferson, and you've got first day of softball practice. How are you going to work it out?
Oh, well, I'm just going to go right after school and go in our full 2 hours, go to 5 o'clock, just go through our fundamentals, do what we need to do. And then as soon as that's over, I'll just get in my car and drive on over and put on the polo and dress pants.
One good thing about it, at least there's not a JV game, so at least
right.
you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
All right, let's talk about this season coming up for you. Of course, last year made it to the state tournament, and talk about some of the girls you got coming back and what's your expectations.
Well, we lost 3 great girls with Dee Dee, Erica, and Hannah. Mm-hmm. Expectations are high, These girls that are coming in, there's a lot. I think we end up having like 35 that signed up. Everybody seems very eager, ready to go. I know for sure that I am ready to get on the dirt instead of the hardwood right now. But by far, my expectations is to get right where we left off, and then this time around, I would like to, score a run, win a game, win a championship. That's my goal, and, I hope that I've instilled it in these girls that, that's what we're all shooting for. This year, we've got a great bunch of girls coming back. We have our seniors, Andy Barnes, Alex Williams, and Tia LeMaster. Juniors, Nikki Dusing, Alex Yates. And then we have, our freshmen from last year, Tori Butler and Beth Jenkins. And we don't want to leave out Whitney Potts. She's a junior, too, is coming back. But, we've got a seasoned group of girls coming back. So I'm anxious to, get these freshmen on board and head down the road.
Well, they should be sharing some of those same expectations as you, since a lot of your returnees will be there and have been down to states before.
Yeah, they are really excited. These girls have really stepped up in the preseason. They played fall ball together. They've shown great character of leadership. I was afraid I was going to have to step back and wait for someone to pop up, to be that leader. But, Andy Barnes and Whitney Potts, they seem to take the bull by the horns and, just trying to get these girls molded and right ready for me whenever I step on.
Of course, the one thing that is so important in softball, and it is in baseball too, but is the pitching. And, of course, you had a great one last year in Dee Dee Yates. She's now moved on, I think, down to Marshall now. Tell me, who are you looking to go in the circle this year that you're really needing to step up for you?
Well, this year it is going to be pitching. We are going to hopefully have someone out of the 35 that can come in, and pitch the strikes for us. But the one young girl pitched for us in fall league, she did really well, was Brittany Ingram. These girls are going to get kind of thrown to the fire, so it'll be anxious to be able to see, how well they compose themselves on the mound and how they deal with the varsity competition. But, they have a great hard nose for the game, and I think they have a competitive streak in them that they're ready just to step on and say, okay, let's go. So I'm anxious. And I think another one of our pitchers is coming in is also, she's a freshman, Haley Fisher. She's a good girl. She works hard. Her and Brittany both are constantly in pitching clinics and working on their game. So I'm excited to see what they bring to the table for us.
Hey, Coach, tell me about some of the tournaments that you have coming up in April.
Oh, well, we play at the Gene Baker in the first week of April, and then we're going to travel to Magnolia to play the second week of April, and then the third week we go to Moorfield to play. So we have quite a busy schedule on the road this year. But, they all three have some good competition, and that's exactly, what our girls need to see. These freshmen who are going to jump on board, they need to be able to see what exactly it takes to get to the state tournament. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of 120% full commitment to the sport. And, I think by going away and facing these teams, they're going to see, hey, we need to step up our game. We found first and foremost last year when we went down to state tournament that it's just a different game when we go down south. Mm-hmm. And, we need to find a way to bring that game to us here at Musselman. And, I think these girls are ready to do that. They're invested, and I'm invested in it. So that's my goal, bring a state championship to the Eastern Panhandle.
Hey, Coach, when I look at your schedule and I see where you go on, well, you start with the Gene Baker on April the 7th, but then you don't have a home game after April 7th through until the last game of the year, April 26th. I mean, you go for 3 weeks where you don't play a home game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. due to, scheduling, that's just the way it ended up working out this year. But, you play a lot of your hard regional games on the road.
Mm-hmm.
State playoffs, you're on the road. So sometimes you get used to playing on somebody else's field other than your own.
Yeah.
But, you got to take what you got and go with it.
Let's talk.
Dirt's dirt, right?
Exactly. It doesn't matter where it's at. Dirt is dirt. You're right.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about the Eastern Panhandle softball this year. Of course, you have been very successful, and I was going to try to joke with you a little bit. I mean, last year was your first year head coach. You made it to the state tournament, so I mean, the pressure's on this year.
Oh, yeah, by far. Don't think that I haven't been thinking about that daily. It's a constant thing in the back of my mind. But, it's just like I said last year. We're going to come in, we're going to practice fundamentals, we're going to take it one game at a time, and we're going to do the best that we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to instill in these girls that, they need to strive to be the best. And I'm going to strive to be the best coach that I can be. And, we're just going to go at it, head to head.
Well, let's talk about softball here in the Panhandle, because I know Jefferson's had success in the past. Martinsburg struggled a little bit last year. Hedgesville is always a competitive ball club. Washington's a team that I think is up and coming this year. Talk to me what your thoughts are about the Panhandle softball.
We have a great group of coaches here in the Eastern Panhandle. I think that each and every one of them, put their time and their effort into the sport. And they're willing to give what it takes to make their program, the best to, go out and show that us in the Eastern Panhandle know how to play the game of softball. Mm-hmm. Washington, they've got great pitching coming back. They've got a great coach that's, going to work them hard. Hedgesville, they've got pitching also coming back, and they've got a great staff to work with. Martinsburg, that Russ is going to go out and he's going to do the best that he can. The girls are going to play hard for him. And Mary Beth at Jefferson, she's got a great group of girls. Mm-hmm. They know how to win. So, she's got herself set, too. She's just going to have to, just keep up doing what she's doing. And, whoever comes out. And, we wish them all good luck.
Well, yeah, and I know, even when I was at school at Musselman and some of the girls that I went to school with, when they were in middle school, they were always down in Barbersville playing in the Little League summer tournaments and always did really well. We always had a pretty good softball team at Musselman. And I think it came from that. They had success early on, and then they got to the high school level and just continued to push forward.
Yeah, that and they have a taste for winning.
Mm-hmm.
They know what it's like to be in the circle and to get a win.
Yeah.
Winning is contagious. So when you know what you're there to get, then that hunger, is just there a little bit more. And those girls are just going to try harder for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Coach, let's switch gears just for a second. And I know you still got coach some basketball tonight. Of course, a game that we'll have here on WEPM will be over at that game tonight, Jefferson and Musselman. You guys ready for the tonight?
Oh, yeah, I think so. They practice hard all week, and they practice hard on Saturday. We're ready to go. It's just all about, again, same game, fundamentals, hardwood floor, put the ball in the hoop.
There you go. Hey, Coach, we appreciate the time getting ready for softball season. I know we'll talk throughout the year, so best of luck and have fun, and busy day for you.
Yeah, sure is. Thank you guys so much.
All right, thanks.
All right, thanks.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Shannon Demassi, head coach of the Musselman girls softball team, and it is time. Softball and baseball.
It's a great day.
It is.
It's a great day outside.
Stay tuned. We've got more In the Zone with Fred and Angela coming up here on Sports Radio 1340 WEPM.